Hi, my name is Dr. Rajesh Shah. In this series, we are trying to answer questions which are uh, put across by patients and other people. Well, the question is how much sleep is good for me? Well, this question is very often asked by people, and to answer this precisely is a bit difficult because in the medical textbooks it says that one should sleep around 8 hours out of 24 hours. However, this 8 hours is not a magic number, I would say. Instead of saying how much sleep is required, what is more important to answer is how much rest is required for the body. What is required is more of a kind of restfulness to the body in the form of sleep. If you end up sleeping, say, 10 or 12 hours a day, but that sleep is not giving you enough rest, then that amount of sleep also is not useful. Versus that, even if you sleep for maybe 5 or 6 hours out of 24, and if that sleep is restful, if it is adequate to give rest and peace to your body and your mind, then that amount of sleep, the quality of sleep is very important. So it is not actually the quantity but the quality of sleep that is important. I would say that it is good idea to sleep more at night and not during the daytime. And during the natural cycle of darkness and light, I would say the good sleep is the time between, say, around 11 o'clock at night and up to 5 or 6 in the morning. If one can manage with sleeping during that period, that's the best time to sleep. In my personal opinion, I would say around any amount of time between, say, 5 hours to 8 hours is a good time for sleep. In fact, if you can manage with 5 hours or 5.5 hours of sleep and still maintain very good energy level throughout the day, that's the best way to have more time to yourself to explore the life, and enjoy the life in the fullest manner. The sleep should be able to give you rest to the body as well as to the mind. The body requires rest because all the time we are exerting physically, we are exerting mentally, we are eating food. The amount of food that we eat in the daytime is also putting a stress and strain on the body because that food requires to be processed in the body, it requires to be digested, it requires to be assimilated in the body, it requires to be processed in such a way that right kind of nutrients are put to the system. The whole efforts are are there for the body, and that requires time and energy. So if you want to improve the quality of sleep and if you want to reduce the quantity of sleep, some quick tips could be in terms of your food habits. The food has a great to do with your quality and quantity of sleep. You must rather ingest such food which is easy to digest. You should not put food in your system which is very rich food, very heavy in terms of oil, deep fried food, non-vegetarian food, etc. The food which is very complex in quality is going to put more stress on your system, and which in turn will make you more lethargic and more sleepy. If you want to reduce your sleep time, then make your food more vegetarian, light, not oily, and try to be as much natural with your food habits as possible. What I mean by natural food is that the food which is available naturally, the food which is not altered by the process of too much of cooking, overcooking, with too much of spice, oil, and such other artificially flavored food articles and all. If you consume those kind of foods, then it is always safer and easier on your body. That will give you more energy, it will make you less lethargic, and it will require less quantity of sleep. Drink a lot of water, have a lot of fruits, have a lot of dry fruits, avoid excess of sugar, salt, and oil, avoid junk food, avoid non-vegetarian food such as meat, even chicken to an extent. Those who are non-vegetarian, try to reduce that. Add more of dry fruits in your menu. If you do this kind of changes, I'm sure it is possible to achieve a sleep quantity of around, say, 6 to 7 hours, and that's a good decent time of sleep, which will allow you to explore life much more beautifully. Thank you so much. You are also welcome to ask questions, and I'll try to do my best to answer your questions. Thank you so much.